thank you again for making the time early morning and trusting us, Yalla Salesforce and me, to invest this time with us. We can't thank you enough for that. So we're gonna start our journey with who am I and what is Yalla Salesforce is about. We already introduced Yalla Salesforce and me briefly in the introduction video we published on YouTube, but my name is Bassem Ismail. I'm founder of Yalla Salesforce, and I work as an independent consultant as a senior solution architect with Scotiabank. And we are launching Yalla Salesforce to just start our journey together. We will be learning everything as much as possible about Salesforce. And the idea is not to just learn Yalla Salesforce or learn Salesforce through Yalla Salesforce. The idea is mainly to start building the habit of learning and growing. So, and this is the main guiding principle behind Yalla Salesforce, so that growth is a journey and there is no shortcut for it. It's all about the consistent desire and effort to have a small daily increment to be a better version of yourself. So this is the main guiding principle. And we grounding this guiding principle by having this vision and values around it. So our target is to teach Salesforce to as many people as possible and give back to our community and Trailhead and Salesforce. So Salesforce made this amazing platform and made Trailhead for making learning Salesforce. And it's not only Salesforce, it's a lot of soft skills. It's a Salesforce and how we configure it, architectural concepts. So it go beyond just learning a technology. You can learn a lot of things through Trailhead. We will go through all of that. So again, as we mentioned, that those sessions is not just for me going through Trailheads and so on. It's all about sharing the knowledge, making it a safe place, so you will feel that you are in a safe environment. You can ask a question and you will receive the response, and we can collaborate. And I'll not be shy to say, I don't know, we're gonna collaborate together so we can all learn together. And to impart people to advance their careers by learning Salesforce through our sessions. What we're gonna do in our daily sessions, that we will be putting the story together for Salesforce from the beginning to as much as we can. And we will do that through trails. So Trailhead is the learning platform. If you don't know what Trailhead is, it's the learning platform, and it has a lot of trails and modules and so on, which sometimes it might be for anyone who starts his or her journey, it might be an overwhelming platform because there are a lot to learn from there and where I start. So we'll try as much as we can to simplify and draft this trail together, and we're gonna move from module to another in order to learn together. And thank you for joining. This is the first how that we are joining our first session, and we're gonna upload our videos into Yalla Salesforce YouTube channel. I'll pause in here. Anyone has any questions before we dig deep how we started Yalla Salesforce, where the idea started from, and how we're gonna achieve it? Sounds perfect. All right.
Hey, Bassem.
Hey, Jack. Very good. How are you?
Good. So just a question. Why is Yalla Salesforce?
Yes, thank you. So Yalla is an Arabic word, means let's do it. So Yalla means let's do it. So Yalla Salesforce. So let's do Salesforce. Let's learn Salesforce. Let's Yalla graph. Yeah.
Nice. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is what is the meaning of Yalla, and since we will be delivering Yalla Salesforce in English and Arabic, so we mix it between English and the Arabic culture. Any other questions? Thank you. All right. How we learned all of that? How we learned that in order to start a new initiative, we need to have a clear guiding principles. We need to have a clear vision. We need to ground it on values. So as we mentioned that we are not mainly focusing on collecting badges or collecting certificates, which will come automatically for free once we have the right vision and we have the right goals. So all of these trophies gonna come, but it's all about putting the right process and the right habit in place. So that's why we're saying world class is all about your habits, and it's building a step-by-step journey. How we learned all of that, it's exactly aligned with Salesforce, how we learned from Salesforce vision and values. So Salesforce has exactly started their business with very clear values. And I will briefly start from here. So we created a trail mix. We're gonna introduce what trail mix is, what is the trail, what is the module. But since we are talking about the process of learning without like focusing on badges and certs and so on, so our very first step in our growth journey is to focus on the values. And we learned that from the mothership, Salesforce. Salesforce, when they started back then in 1999, they started their company based on those values. And they started with trust. So trust is number one value. That's why when we started our session, we said, thank you for your trust, because this is what brings you here. Trusting in Yalla Salesforce, trusting that we're gonna bring good content, trusting on putting in Yalla Salesforce so we can grow together. Same thing, we learned that from Salesforce. Started with trust, trusting, trust with the customer that they are safe to bring their data and they bring their customers' data to put it in Salesforce. Trusting that they're gonna provide good service, which will help them to grow. So trust is number one value. Nothing is more important than the trust between you and your employer, between you and even yourself. Trust yourself, trust your colleagues, trust your friends. It's all, our life is governed by trust. And they trust as well that they will be delivering infrastructure and communicate openly. So they are mixing between the trust that we all know, and they are mixing it with the trust means transparency. Because back in the days in 1999, when they started, when they have any service outage, it wasn't well transparent to their customers. The customer will only know that the platform is up and running when they try to log in and they will find it's not working. Accordingly, the very first step for them was to build the trusted.salesforce.com. Trusted.salesforce.com is a transparent platform and portal to show you what are the services and what is the status for them, and whether it's working or not. So they considered and embedded that the transparency is part of the trust for Salesforce. So you can navigate to trusted.salesforce.com. You can see the status for the services. You can see which service is up and running and so on. So this is part of the trust. Back to the values. So they built their Salesforce values based on the trust, customer success. So they put customer first. They put the customer in the center of what they are doing every day. They continue in the innovation. They empower Trailblazer like me and you, that we continuing learning and doing and utilizing Salesforce for better customer experience and to be ahead of the market. Equality. And I believe Trailhead is one of the platforms that like empower this equality mindset. So they built this platform for everybody can learn and grow. They do it as well internally in hiring, and they are doing it in every act they are doing, and they guarantee this equality. So they believe in equality and diversity, make us better company and community. We respect and value employees from every background. Sustainability, finally, is to like say thank you to our Mother Earth and making sure that Salesforce is helping organization to be world's supporting in the world's journey to net zero and sustaining our life and making sure that the earth is still healthy with us. All right, why we are doing all of that? Because we are saying, in order to start a good business or even to be a good person, you need to put those guiding principles and values in front of you. Because in the hard days and even in good days, those will be what motivates you to be a better version of yourself and to have a clarity of what will be your next steps. Any questions? And we're gonna go through this trail. So we did this part of the trail, and we will go for the questions, and we're gonna earn this badge as a result of going through it. Any questions? Perfect. All right. So what Salesforce is about? Salesforce is a company started in 1999. And it started with those values as a first step to define what will be this Salesforce culture will be. So it's grounded on those values. And it's a business started by a mindset and mentality to do well by doing good. What that means, so they wanted to grow as a company. They want to be delivering a high quality product to the world. But in the same time, they didn't forget that they will do good for people, and they will do good for the community and for the world. Accordingly, they adopted a rule called 111. And in 111, they are giving back to the community 1% of their equity. They are giving 1% of their time, and they are giving back 1% of their product. And this translated into, back then in 1999, it was a very easy decision for them because they were a very small company with like 4 or 5 employees. But now, after 25 years in the market, those are millions of dollars, those are millions of hours, and they are giving the platform for a lot of nonprofit organizations and government. And this is exactly what we are doing in Yalla Salesforce. So this is exactly what we learned from Salesforce, so the mothership, to ground our values, ground our culture based on values, and to give back to the community and share this knowledge and learn from each other. So we didn't invent anything new. We are just learning from Salesforce. And this was the very first thing to learn from Salesforce. Perfect. So we did all of that. And as we said today, the main purpose is to make sure we are aligned on the process of how can we be better. How can all of those trophies gonna come, but let's focus on the process. So the very first step is, how can we use that in our personal life? How can we personalize that? It's exactly the same thing. Put your values, journal them down, make sure you have clarity of your values. So in good days and bad days, they are in front of you, which will guide every decision for you. All right, we put those values. Now let's put it in action. How can we do that? We can do that by putting a plan together. Put your goals. Make sure you have a clear goal. And this will bring us, I know we didn't introduce Trailhead yet, but we will do that. But we want to just make sure that we are doing the right sequence. So we started with the values, and next step is to do planning and put the goals together. And this will bring us to another crucial point, which is, let's put those goals together. How Salesforce is doing that? They have a tool called the V2MOM. V2MOM stands for, it's double V and MOM. So vision, values, and methods, and obstacles, and measures. We'll get back to those ones, but we started to ask the question what Salesforce is about. And we started its company grounded, its culture grounded on values. Its company deeply believe that they will do very well and by doing good. Third thing, they wanted to be Salesforce, which is the technology company. And what we mean by Salesforce? So Salesforce is a CRM company. And what that means, it's exactly those 5 words. Salesforce. The problem statement started for Salesforce that they need to manage the daily operations for the Salesforce. So any good business problem or any amazing organization and culture, it started from a big business problem. So Mark Benioff, back in the days, he saw his dad struggling to manage his company with the Salesforce and the daily operation, and he is swamped all the day trying to just manage his business. That's why the idea for Salesforce started. It's to manage the day-to-day operation for Salesforce for his company. So every decision taken, it was mainly to solve a business problem that he saw it in his dad. And then we are saying Salesforce is a CRM company, and it's a customer relationship management. So after they did they find clearly the values that we just discussed, they put V2MOM, vision, values, methods, obstacles, and measure. And if you scroll down in this trail, you will find this. This is when they were brainstorming about the company of Salesforce. They got this envelope and they started to put V2MOM together for Salesforce. So their vision, what they wanted to achieve, every like start with who, why, what, and so on. So they wanted to have a clear vision. So they want rapidly create a world-class internet company for Salesforce automation. This is the vision, how they started in 1999. And it's mainly to manage the customer relationship, the day-to-day operation. Make it on the internet, which we name it now the cloud. Putting all of this easy, accessible for their customers. Back in the days before the cloud, customers used to build their data centers, bringing hardware together, hiring army of people to configure those infrastructure, and so on. But they were the pioneer to build application on the cloud. Customers back in the days used to purchase software and they do upgrades every couple of years. By allowing them to access the product through the internet, they can get the most and recent updates like three times a year. They also provided, and they were the pioneers to make it subscription based, that you can subscribe, and if you are not satisfied, you can just stop the subscription. They were pioneers in all of that, which sounds normal now in 2024, but back in the days, 1999, it was tough. Salesforce as well, I'm sure all of you are aware of Salesforce characters. It's part of their culture. And the very first one was sassy. So this was the first character for them, which is no software, because it's aligned with what we are saying. It's a company on the internet and it's subscription based and there's no software to install. It's just the login and you will be in there. Perfect. So we know briefly about Salesforce, their values: to build a world-class internet company for Salesforce automation. Values: world-class organization. Time to market. They need to have a functional software. They inspired by Amazon. So that's why they wanted the usability and the quality for Amazon back then. And it's value-added partnerships. So down the road, they thought about how can we grow. So they thought about partnerships. It's partnerships maybe with customers and partnership with partners through a platform we will be talking later on called the App Exchange. It's exactly like the App Store or Google Store where you install apps. So these are where the values, and those are the methods. So the vision, what you want to achieve, the values which will be your guiding principles and what will be the values you want to achieve. Methods, it's how you're going to achieve it. So you will hire the team, you will finalize product specification, rapidly develop products, and then build a launch plan, and then go for IPO. What would be the obstacles? It's developers, product managers to hire. Measures, we need to quantify those methods at the very end and to quantify the success for our business. So they want to have a prototype state of art. This is the quality of their work, high quality functional system, partnership and online, and Salesforce as an integrated and visionary platform. And finally, we are all rich. And this is aligned with what they started. They want to do well and in the same time do good for others. So this is the V2MOM. Again, how this gonna impact us? So this is what made Salesforce successful back in the days. And I can see as well that this can be personalized. And this is what it's part of current Salesforce culture. And it's for every employee in the company. They put the vision. It started from the top. All the executives put this V2MOM, and then it goes down for every individual employee to have those V2MOM, vision, value, methods, obstacles, and measures. Why we are doing all of that? Because why not to do it for ourselves? Because this is what make clarity. In the beginning of the year, put your vision, put your values, put your methods, obstacles, and you will be able to measure it at the end. Any questions? So those are, if we want to summarize, how can we start our growth journey together? I will say it's mainly those two things. Put clear values for yourself, and then put a plan together using V2MOM, which is a way to put the vision, value, methods, obstacles, and measures, or name it whatever you want to name it. Name it KPIs, name it OKRs, name it whatever you want to name it, but make this clarity in front of you all. How can we do that? How can we start the V2MOM? Salesforce provided us with the template. So if we scroll, we will get back to all of these details now by scanning those trails, but they provided us in the second module, the V2MOM pack. And if you open this V2MOM pack, you will find it in here. And this is sample for V2MOM. And again, this is from company perspective, but put your personalized vision, put your personalized values and methods and obstacles and measures. This is to be the best, most innovative, customer-focused global airline that reaches $1 billion revenue by that date. And then put your values and put your methods and obstacles. Make sure that it should be in a smart format. Writing smart measures. So when you talk about measures, you should be able to quantify it. It should be specific, not vague, not like big statement which you will not be able to measure whether it's you did the right thing or not. It has to be measurable. It has to be quantified. It should be achievable. It should be relevant to your values and mission statement, and it should be timely. So put a time frame. So make sure it's a specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. Can I start a goal and then change it? I will say yes, for sure. We start with a plan, and then down the road, we have different priorities. So why not to, as long, again, you have a clarity that will make you a better version of yourself. Keep moving, keep changing, share it with your colleagues, share it with your mentor, and have this brainstorming together. So far, so good. Any questions? All right. Now, this is the foundation for Yalla Salesforce and for Salesforce themselves. We started with the values, and then we moved to the vision and values. Let's start talking about Trailhead. And then once we start talking about Trailhead, we'll get back to all of these modules and everyone is winner. If you already know all of that, at least let's get those badges together. So we will go through those badges. As we discussed, I started a brand new account. So if you don't have a Trailhead account, it's very straightforward. So you will go to trailhead.com, or even let me sign out from here to show you how can we do that. Now you landed in Trailhead and you will be doing sign up. And when you do sign up, either you enter your email or you can do login using social. So I am personally using my Google account for Yalla Salesforce, and once I configured it, I will be able. It's just next. Put your your Gmail account, and you will be in. And you're gonna start with this exactly the same thing, talking about Trailblazer community, which is we are Trailblazer community, and then you will be understanding going through different modules. So this is the landing page for Trailhead, where you will find it. Let's go through what Trailhead is about. Again, it's learning platform, and it's free for everybody. And this is what we highlighted part of when we were talking about equality. It's available for everyone. You can start your journey from here. But as we said, we might do not know how can we start. And this is what we're going to be discussing together. Salesforce, like the very Trailhead, the very first starting element for the Trailhead is module. So modules are like, it's a topic that you are interested in. You have a lot of filtering criteria here on the left-hand side. You will be able to set what is your level, beginner, intermediate, advanced, what is the product that you are interested in, what will be the roles that you will be interested in, and so on. We will be going through the roles through different career paths that we will be discussing, but all of these filter criteria will be available for you. Perfect. So this is the module. And when we started, you will find exactly the same way we were discussing. So let me get back to this Trail Max, and this is the module. It's module, and they started to add those tags on the top, telling you how many points, which we will be discussing very shortly. What will be different tags which help you to understand which part of the platform you are working on, and so on, and it's help in the search. It's a beginner level, it's for business users, and it's just 5 minutes. And when you click it, you will find all the great content that we were walking through, and then you will find either a quiz, or you will find a hands-on small product to do, and they will validate it for you. So this is the module. I'll get back in here. What else other than modules? We have projects. Projects are mainly hands-on. So once we master the topic and we understand the content, we will be doing hands-on. And by following the steps, they're gonna guide us step by step, saying click, do with the screenshots and even supported videos. They will guide you through it. And then at the end, you will find to verify your steps, and then you will verify. We will see, we'll understand more in later, maybe next session, what is the playground and so on. But for now, it's a mix between understanding the concept and then apply it. This is the project. So get back to Trailhead. So we talked about modules, we talked about projects. Now we have trails. What are the trails? So assume that I want to do an administration for Salesforce. So they put things together as a trail, those modules and projects and so on together in a trail. So if I am an admin and I want to start my journey and I am a beginner level, this can be a starting point. We will be mixing all of these ones, but we will tell our own stories. We will find the right sequence to deliver Salesforce from the beginning for someone never seen Salesforce before, and we're gonna grow all the way together. But for now, just know that Trail is a mix of modules and products. What else? We have trail mixes. Trail mixes where you will be able to create a mix of those trails and projects together. And this is what we did. We thought about what will be the best way to say what we will be covering today, and if there is any takeaways for homework. So you will find this trail mix where we will be putting all the trails that we will be covering in here. So trail mix is, again, it's like the trail. It's a collection of modules, projects, and we are just putting it together and put it a name for it. So trails, trail mix, modules, projects. Trailblazer quests, learning new skills and win fun prizes. It's all about that. They are putting certain trails together, and once you achieve it, you have the chance to get a prize. And one of those goals usually is the route to ranger. So hopefully we're gonna work together to reach a ranger status. And once you do that, you can go for the ranger quest, and hopefully you're gonna earn, get a prize. So we talked about modules, projects, trails, trail mixes, Trailblazer quests, and then we will say Trailhead Academy is an instructor-based training where they deliver a content. So if you need, again, if you want to learn the Salesforce in a slower pace, you can join our sessions. So we'll be delivering a weekly. But if you want to be an admin within 5 days, I strongly recommend Trailhead Academy. Trailhead Academy is a paid course where you will be heads down learning about everything from Salesforce experts, and it will be in a very short time period. And they have even longer. If you want, you cannot do like 8 hours a day. They have like part-time and some programs like in couple months and so on. Trailhead, as we said, it's a mix of technical skills and non-technical skills. So if you are looking for like leadership, so inclusive leadership, you will find empathetic leadership. So if you are looking for even non-technical badges, how you write resume writing, you will find in here as well a trail for it. Why I'm saying that? Because it's based on, again, we are saying it's all about building the habit of learning every day. You might be having the bandwidth and you are in the mood to like go deep into the platform and do hands-on and build a project. But in other days, you might not be, you don't have the capacity to do that. But while you are on the go, you want to learn something new. You want to achieve the goal that you committed to yourself in your V2 Mom by learning a badge every day. How can you do that? You can go for Trailhead Go. There is a mobile app where you can you can install it in your phone, and there are certain badges that you can do it while you are on the go. You don't need to be like putting yourself in an office and having a screen to do hands-on, but you want to still learn something new. I will strongly recommend doing Trailhead Go, and you will have all of these trails where I'm sure with any trail you will learn something new. So this is the Trailhead Go. We covered the trail mixes, Trailhead Academy, Trailhead Go, modules, projects, and before we move forward, we have those credentials. We have certifications, and we have super badges and supersets. Certifications are like you will be mastering a topic, learning about it. So from credentials, go to certifications. You will go for Salesforce Administrator or Salesforce Architecture, Salesforce Developer, and so on. And once you master this one, or let's say, I want to go for Salesforce Associate. You will go in here into the certificate. And from this certificate, you will find the trail mix built for you, which have a lot of like modules and links and so on, where you need to start your journey. And then you're going to write the exam at the end. And you will have the exam guide and what are the sections behind it in here. So this is one of the credentials that you can learn and then earn the certificate to tell the world that you mastered this specific topic. What else other than the certification is the super badge. Super badge is a hands-on. Is it like the project? The answer is no. Project is not a credential. So project is a guided step-by-step process where you will be following those steps and then do it. But for the super badge, there are usually prerequisites, certain badges that you need to achieve in order to go for this super badge and achieve it. Super badge will not give you a guided step-by-step in order to achieve it, but they will give you a task and you need to validate it. That's why it is a credential, because this is proving, again, for everybody that you have this hands-on experience in certain topic and you mastered, and you will earn points. All right. So we talked about different offering from Trailhead. Now, what's in it for me? It's a lot of learning. And as a result of this learning, you will be earning badges and points. So if I'm going to my profile and this is your resume, this can be a resume, and even they are enabled later. It's called the career mode, where you set up and say, I'm open for work. And you're going to build your resume in here. It's like a LinkedIn from Salesforce perspective, where everybody will be able to see how many badges and points and so on, how many trails you did. You put in here your like introduction about you, and you can put a video and so on. But let's talk about badges, points, and trails. So we'll start from those ranks. I am Scout now. I have 0 badges and I have 0 points. And then you will start with every module you finish, you will take 1 badge. And you will keep accumulating those badges 1 step at a time. And as we said, it's with daily small increments, it's gonna get you this magical results. And after, if you put for yourself a commitment, a badge every day, so after 100 days, potentially you might be a ranger. Why I'm saying that? Because there is another parameter, which is the points. So what are the points? With every, if we go back to the trail, we were talking about Salesforce values, it will tell you at the very end, if you finished this trail successfully, you're going to earn 100 points. So with every multiple choice questions for this specific module, you will get 100 points. But if it's hands-on, so when I was in the project in here and I open this step of the project, you will earn here 100 points, but usually with the hands-on, you earn 500 points. With the super badges, which we were discussing, you will be earning 2,000 points in total for this super badge. And they bundle those super badges. If you hear the word of supersets, they bundle all of these together. So if you want to be an admin and you want to build your hands-on experience, the admin superset will take you through multiple super badges. And for each super badge, you will have multiple prerequisites modules. And hopefully with Yalla Salesforce, we'll go through all of these prerequisites, but we will give you the super badge itself as a homework for you, because it's a credential and we cannot do it together. And we cannot share the solutions and so on. So when you start we will help you to go through the badges, but this will be for you to get a boost in your points, because once you achieve it, you will get a lot of points. And this will help you to rank up in Trailhead. So Scout, Hiker, Explorer, up to the Ranger. And once you achieve the 100 badges and 50,000 points, you will be a Ranger. And then double Ranger, triple Ranger, fourth Ranger, and so on until you reach to the All-Star Ranger. And even I see people celebrating after All-Star Ranger, saying 7 times, 8 times, because I believe they have more 1,500 badges so far. And I saw people having 1,000,000 points. And if I will just summarize how they did this, I believe it's again about the desire and consistent effort to make one step at a time. Any questions? So are we all now knowing what Trailhead and Salesforce and the Yalla Salesforce is about? Any questions? All right. Thank you. Let's earn a couple badges by going through everything we told. It's a story now from Salesforce values, V2MOM, Trailhead, Ranger ranks into trails, and let's earn those. So as we said, we put everything in here in Yalla Salesforce. We will go for Salesforce values. And the next time we're gonna start our session by the different career path and how can I understand what is behind this specific career path and how can I move from career path to another. So if I'm now I don't know anything about Salesforce, where will be the starting point? And then if you are already a BA or you are a Salesforce administrator and you want to be a developer or you want to be an architect or you want to be a consultant, marketer, mastering Sales Cloud, and so on, what will be all of these different career paths and how can we navigate it? We will try to cover them next session. But for now, let's earn those badges which we already covered. So I'll start with this one. Salesforce. This is again about Salesforce values and what is Salesforce is about. So Salesforce brings companies and customers together, provide customer relationship management tool to engage with customer during every interaction. So this is the vision they had back in the days, to put the customer and put the company together, build a platform to support them during every interaction, having a personalized relationship. So it will feel special when you talk to a sales guy or you call to a customer service. You will feel the difference if the company that you are talking with knows you. You will find this personalization. You will find this relation already established. They know everything about you during every interaction they have with your company, whether you are a small business or a large. Customer expectation increased dramatically, and Salesforce products allow you to create the best possible experience. Customers want a unified journey with the company and to give them what they need exactly the way they need it using Salesforce products. And then we talked about CRM briefly, and we will have a trail to cover the CRM solutions. Salesforce values are trust, again, customer success, innovation, equality, and sustainability. Business as a platform for change. And again, it's exactly the same statement. Do well by doing good. And the 1 equity, 1 time, 1% of the time, 1% of the product. And now let's earn this badge. And I hope that you guys will be collaborative. Let's put on the chat what will be your best guess, and we're gonna try it, and let's see if we will earn it or not. Woohoo! We made it for the first one. And thank you for helping Yalla Salesforce. Because if we refresh, we used to be Scout 0 badge, 0 points. And now we have 1 badge and 100 points. All right. What is the next one? Which we talked about, putting your plan together, make your vision clear, and by building V2MOM. And we downloaded already the pack, which will help us to put those vision and value together. And I believe you will be, again, share your thoughts, and the V2MOM overview will find a great slide deck from them, what will be the vision and value. All right, let's get back to it. How they presenting V2MOM. other than the clarity, it's for the company to have an alignment. So down the road, if you are targeting business analyst track and you are looking for the certificate, this is one of the modules that in the business analysis certificate trail mix. Because with that, you need to do alignment with your business. And in order to have alignment, you need to have clarity and you need to have clear expectations. That's why it's all about clarity and visibility and alignment into how their work contribute to the company's success. So again, V2MOM is a way in Salesforce coming from the executive. They put their visions and values, and then they put it for all the employees to build their own personalized V2MOM based on the vision of the company. Accordingly, everyone is here, and they publish this V2MOM internally. You can see the V2MOM for any employee. Same thing for you. You will put your mission statement, you put your V2MOM, and it's all about clarity, visibility into how their work contribute to the company's success. A sense that what they are making a big difference, to feel like they are part of something bigger than themselves, working toward alignment. As a BA and as a part of an organization, or even for yourself, it's all about alignment with all the things that you are thinking of. You need to have a clear vision. So keeps everyone moving in the same direction. And they are here explaining it's like we are in a ship and we are all rowing in the same direction. For sure, you will be reaching to your success and you will reach faster. Clarify priorities, allow managers to track and measure, because we said V2MOM, it's all about at the end measures, and it has to be quantifiable. So you will be able to track and measure your progress, help individuals hold themselves accountable. V2MOM, vision, define what you want to do or achieve. Values, its principles and benefits that help you to pursue your vision. Methods and actions and steps to get the job done. Obstacles is all about the challenges and problem faced and measurables. And then we saw how V2MOM started with Salesforce as well. Other than this pack, tomorrow or in future sessions, we will be learning about App Exchange. And they have an app that you can download and you can make it digital. You can download it in your own org, which we will be again discussing in the future session. How can you have your own org? But you can have it and you will find a lot of tabs to build your visions and values. You will find a great app for V2. And now we are in another 100 points. Now we are talking about V2MOM. It's all about alignment, inspire, and get talking. So it's all about keep talking about your vision and value, and let's make it real. Vision, what do you want to accomplish? Make it short, keep it in 1 to 3 sentences. And this is what we did with our guiding principles for Yalla Salesforce. What impact in your company, customers, and community? How can you make it inspiring, fun, and creative? Your values. Which 3 values are most important as you pursue your vision? How can you describe those values? And the value guide everyday decision and the trade-offs. We said, usually in good days, we are good, but in bad days, I believe all these vision and the values making us strong. Methods. It's all about how we're going to achieve it, about what actions do you need to take, 5-8 things to accomplish. V2MOM shared with you, your colleagues, your manager, and make sure that you have this alignment. Do the prioritization and make it simple and inspiring. Words make big difference. Finally, obstacles. What will be the challenges? So when it's clear, you will be able to overcome those challenges. And finally, the measures, how you will quantify it. And we talked about SMART goals. So this is an example, achieve market share 30% and versus dominate the US market, which is not measurable. And tips for writing your V2MOM, keep it short, choose your words, list priorities, make it your own. Share your V2MOM with the manager, with your peers, with your team, and be accountable to your goals. All right, so C and D. It is the last one. in this module? Yes. So we can scan quickly and wrap up after this one, and then we will cover the Trailhead refresher next time for the modules around it, or you can do it as a homework. You will find this trail mix available. So put it clearly: vision, values, methods, obstacles. Put it in Quib. It's like a Word document where you will have it. Align it with your manager. Set aside 2-4 hours in team meeting to review and discuss your V2 MOM. Make it clear for you. Monitor and refresh the V2 MOM. Encourage your employees to use V2 MOM in one-on-one mentoring, prioritizing, discussing, guide decisions, as we said, on quarterly basis, review, make sure, and so on. And congratulations, we did 2 badges today, and we will continue. We covered a lot of great topics. So, and we ranked up. We are now hyper in Yalla Salesforce.